Thank you. Sixth and final contestant is here with us. I want to ask Mr. Mike Cannon to join me on the stage. Mike Cannon, how I became a Virginian. How I became a Virginian, Mike Cannon.
About my unbelievable, 100% true story about my brush with catastrophe, probable death, and more importantly, my realization of the moment I had become a Virginian. What does that mean when I say become a Virginian? Well, it's all about stereotypes, right? I'll give you an example. I'm from Kentucky, and just me saying that calls to mind certain stereotypes which legally I've been advised not to say on camera, but you're thinking them, right? So a few of you guys still glad to see it. I'm even wearing shoes tonight. I am. They're not even mine. Well, one stereotype you probably haven't thought much about, which defines us, and we gotta embrace it, is our response to weather, especially in Virginia. That leads me to my story. As a contest master, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, my own tale of survival begins on a Sunday night, January 9th, 2000. Why do I tell you that date? Because this, my friends, was the beginning of Y2K. There's some of us here in this audience are old enough to remember this monumental moment in the history of humankind. We thought civilization just might end. Right? The digital clocks were going to fail. Global economy would collapse. Planes were going to drop out of the sky. Something catastrophic was going to happen. But it hadn't. Yeah. As I told you, I'm from Kentucky. And I moved to Richmond, Virginia, 6 months earlier to start a job in a downtown hospital. Here I was, in this strange new state of Virginia, some of its strange customs. An example. I'm a sports fan. All around me, people are cheering for a team known as the Redskins. Which legally, maybe I shouldn't say that here either, but they cheer for their home teams, the Hokies and the Wahoos. That's UVA. And I challenge you to ask anybody outside the state of Virginia who those mascots are. I had just worked a long, late shift at the hospital. And I stopped at the grocery store to get some milk for my cereal in the morning. And I found myself transfixed in front of the empty shelves where the milk should be. Virginia, you know where this is going. As I turned my eye, caught the bread aisle. And it looked like a ghost town. Row upon row of empty shelves as far as the eye could see, except one tumbleweed slowly dancing down the aisle. And I asked the checkout clerk, what's up with the bread and milk? She put down a tabloid. And she uttered one 4-letter word that makes every Virginian cringe.
Yes.
Snow. Snow. I grew up in the Midwest, and I've seen plenty of snow before, and I can assure you it looks exactly like it does out here today. Not a flake in the sky. Sensing my confusion, she added, it's going to snow tomorrow. I told you, I'm not from Virginia, and I knew I had missed a major memo. Sensing this, she added, because it's going to snow tomorrow, everybody already ran out and got the bread and milk. In fact, they were calling for a state of emergency.
Yes.
That night, a little bit confused. Most definitely, milkless and breadless. Actually, a little bit worried. I remember saying a small prayer before I went to bed that I would not be afflicted by thiamine deficiency and rickets from my own lack of bread and milk. When I got up the next morning, I decided to skip breakfast because I didn't have any milk for my cereal. I had eggs and orange juice and frozen waffles, but none of those were speaking to me. And I thought I would go hungry. Maybe it's a show of solidarity for all those starving citizens in Virginia who couldn't get their bread and milk yesterday. I embraced myself as I opened that front door See what they've been talking about in the news all night before. I've been part of many Midwest snowstorms, but I have never seen a state of emergency like the one they called for in Virginia. As far as the eye can see, snow, at least 2 to 3 feet, inches, everything, mostly everything. The parking lot, some of the shorter grass. See, you started a glorious task of backing out my Volkswagen Jetta. And it took me a good 20 to 30 minutes, seconds, to wipe the snow off. And I drove so carefully through this Virginia snow, through those quiet, empty neighborhoods. I remember thinking to myself, these poor Virginians, probably too weak from their nutrition deficiencies. I made a mental note, check the death toll from starvation in the local news later that day. But I had to drive on. And I drove those 11 miles downtown Richmond. It looked like a scene out of The Walking Dead. I didn't pass the living soul the entire way there, except just before the hospital, I was passed by a line of black, military-style SUV Hummers headed in the opposite direction. This, my friends, was the National Guard, and we were saved. They were undoubtedly headed out to deliver milk and bread to all the starving citizens of Virginia. That's for me. I made it. And then you're asking yourselves, Mike, how in the world did you navigate that treacherous drive all the way into downtown Richmond? I've thought about this many a sleepless night. All I can say is luck and the incredible fortune of owning a Volkswagen Jetta equipped with front-wheel drive. I'm not sure they have those in Virginia. Not in New Buffalo. I sat there in that hospital, just waiting for those SUVs to bring back the essential personnel. I remember thinking, how long is this Snowmageddon and Virginia bread and milk prices of Y2K going to last? Well, 48 hours, to be precise, it all melted by Wednesday. And as it turns out, 48 hours is not enough time to die from nutritional deficiencies from lack of bread and milk. It's probably twice that. Well, I should skip ahead. 4 weeks, and I get a call from my fiance, who's back in Kentucky. We decided to get married after my near-death experience. She says, hey, honey, I saw on the national news, you guys are going to get snow tomorrow. I know, I said, I've been watching. And I'm already headed out to get bread and milk from the grocery store so I can get back in time to watch the Hokies take on the Wahoos. That, my friends, was the moment I realized I had become a Virginian.